Afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to our second game. 2 championships today. It's Saturday, University of New Hampshire's Lundholm Gymnasium. My name is Pete Terrier. I got John Kesty on the other side of the video camera, and if our second game is any bit close to as good as that first game, won by Manchester Central in overtime, had to sweat out a potential game-winning shot by Merrimack at the buzzer in OT. We can top it though. We've got 2 undefeated teams. You got the undefeated Portsmouth Clippers, the number 1 seed, against the undefeated Lebanon Raiders, the number 2 seed. We don't know if that's ever happened in New Hampshire high school boys basketball history, where a couple of undefeateds have gone at it for a championship game. We'll get you all the highlights, all the play-by-play, the post-game reaction as well with the winning team and the winning coach. It's Lebanon and Portsmouth for the D2 championship, and it's on nhsportspage.com. We want to thank our sponsors for this game, the Longhorns AAU program out of the Valley area up around Lebanon. A lot of these Lebanon Raiders have been a part of that program, Longhorns AAU program, for a long time, and you can see the fruits of that labor, the fruits of that hard work on the court here with this tremendous Lebanon team. We appreciate the support from the Longhorns AAU program.
Inbounds to Pete. Pete finds Ingram underneath. Glenn, pump fake, puts it up, yes, and the foul. Foul's on Vincent. And Joey Glenn gets Portsmouth on the score, breaking the ice here. 2-0 Clippers, 5:47 left first quarter. On Parham over the timeline, Portsmouth up 2-0. Just under 5 minutes left first quarter. Glenn up top to Ingram. Ingram dribbles it to the left, he's so quick, look at this. Explodes to the basket, scores it off the window. KJ Maddie couldn't stay with Romeo. 4-0 Portsmouth. Graham steps inside the arc, takes the 17-footer, it rallies around and drops down. It's 6-0 Portsmouth. Cody Graham on the board. Now to Whaley, left side Roberge. Roberge to Islander. Islander gonna drive. Islander to the basket and scores. He said, Joey Glenn, I'm not intimidated. And Lebanon's on the board. It's 6-2, 2 minutes left first quarter. To the middle of the floor, across the UNH logo. Now feeds Pete, right side, underneath, alley-oop, Parham off the window, it's good. Nice pass by the 2 little guards, or nice play by the 2 little guards. Pete with the pass, Parham with the reception and the put-in. 9-2, Portsmouth by 7. KJ Maddie just can't find the range tonight. Pete throws it, open 3, Graham left side, good. You knew he was gonna start connecting eventually. Cody Graham ups the lead to 8. Biggest lead of the ball game. Graham scoring his 5th point of the night. Here's Chickering, gets it to Whaley. Right side Maddie. Maddie's gonna drive. Maddie to the basket. Count it and the foul. That's what Maddie should be doing. He's not hitting the threes right now. Take it to the hole, get fouled. The foul. They got their starting 5 on the floor. Parham's out there with 2 fouls. Chickering feeds Roberge. Roberge free throw line jumper. Got it. Greg Roberge scores his first 2, and the lead is 14-10. Looking to set up his teammate. Gets to the Hanson, now Milliken. Milliken drives, pulls up, 15-footer. Good. Ryan Milliken cuts the lead to 2. Timeout on the floor. Coach Mulvey is livid on the sideline by the Raiders in a turnover as they try to get it to Glenn. Milliken came up with it behind his back in the paint, leaves it back. Hanson takes it and scores, and we're tied at 14. 14-14, Lebanon. Pete throws it, Graham, quick shot, right side, good, falls down, hits the shot. Cody Graham with 7. He's high man in the game, and it's 16-14 Portsmouth. Minute 20 left to go first half. Broken 8-0 Lebanon run to tie the game at 14. Roberge up top, Islander, swing it left side, Maddie. Maddie's gonna drive left. Contact, offensive foul, KJ. Joey Glenn hit the deck. That's 1 on KJ. On the drive, bounces it, pass to Maddie, couldn't handle it, but Islander picked it up. Islander over Glenn. It's good. It rattles in. He throw it over the big guy, his outstretched arms, and Islander gets it down to a 1-point Portsmouth lead, 17-16. Coach Keith Maddie on the sideline. Now Chickering dribbles it to the right-hand side. Chickering outside the arc, gets the screen from Islander. The pick and roll, Islander over Glenn again. Off the window, Islander. Off the bench, he's got 7 points in the game. And Lebanon's on top, 18-17. Ingram being matched up against Islander. Now KJ Maddie switches. Bounce pass, Glenn. Glenn kicks it. Parham, left side, Pete for three. Christian Pete, he's just so solid. Shooting the arrows towards his student section. And Portsmouth back on top, 20-18. That's it for Lebanon. Maddie with it, left side. Maddie swings it across. Milliken had to go high to catch it. Puts it on the floor once, takes the three. Good! Lebanon on top by one. 21-20. Milliken sticking the three. He's got 5. That's his first three. Sean Parham has it up top. Pete thought about it, instead dribbled the lane, drove the lane, offensive foul. There's Islander again. Might have to start calling him a super sophomore. Graham pulls up, 17-footer is short. Glenn tipped the rebound, went to Parham, now to Pete, now Cody up top for three. It's good. Portsmouth's back on top. Cody Graham's in double figures, leading all scorers with 10. 23-21, Portsmouth back up. Actually, it was Glenn stepping in the way, and a turnover. Portsmouth has it with 40 seconds left to go. This is Graham, middle of the floor, down the lane. Graham puts it up, off the window, it's good. Cody Graham, he's got 12, the lead is 4, 25-21. I think he's 0 for 8 from downtown. Left side, Graham waits on the defense, swings it. Parham will size up a three, and Parham sticks it. And the lead is 7, 28-21. Sean Parham, big three to start things off. He has the basketball, throws it up, off the window. Sean Parham with the runner. He's hit their last 5 points, and it's a 9-point Portsmouth lead. 30-21, it's their biggest lead of the ball game. Chickering, open lane. Glenn came over late. It was too late, and Chickering scored off the window. 32-23. That's the first two for Chickering. Portsmouth almost turns it over, then they do as Parham got a little out of control. Lebanon's got just 2 points in this fourth quarter. Here's Maddie. Pulls up, hits one. Just his second field goal of the game. Lebanon calls timeout, 2:07 to play. 32-25. Pete's going to throw the touchdown, looking for Parham. Parham ahead of the pack, lays it in. Christian Pete to Sean Parham. And the lead is back to 9, 34-25. He's going to attack and throw it to Whaley in the corner. Whaley's going to drive. Whaley, offensive foul. Joey Glenn took it. 50.5 seconds left. Fouling here, final 20 seconds. Christian Pete to Romeo, bounce pass Glenn to the bucket, lays it in. That'll do it. Joey Glenn putting the icing on the cake. 43-29, Portsmouth's going to win the championship for the first time since 2012 after they lost the last 2 championship games. Last year to Bishop Brady, the year before to Pembroke, and it's over. 7 seconds left. Pete goes inbounds to Romeo Ingram. Finally the clock starts. And that's it. Portsmouth has defeated Lebanon. They run the table. They go undefeated. They'll be dancing with me in the locker room in the postgame. 43-29 is the final. The Clippers are your champions in Division II.
Standing in the locker room of the victorious state champion, undefeated Portsmouth Clippers. Ran the table 22-0. An impressive performance today against the Lebanon Raiders, who also came in unbeaten, by the way. 43-29 was the final. Pete Terrier, along with John Kesty on the other side of the video camera. And guys, this was a close game. It wasn't the prettiest game in the world, but you're still champions at the end of it. It was a 3-point lead at the half, 4-point lead in the beginning of the fourth quarter. You guys really took control like you've done so many times over the course of this season, really taking control of the game when you really wanted to, when you really needed to. You outscored them 18-8 in the fourth quarter to win it going away, 43-29. I want to start with Sean. Where is he down there? You had the first 5 points of that fourth quarter. You hit a 3, you hit a 2-point basket. I thought that you guys getting that separation and being able to get the lead back up near double digits was really huge for you guys.
I mean, yeah, definitely that was a motivational thing in the fourth quarter. I think that just pushed all our guys, really stepped up our intensity on defense and really just like made us play better throughout the whole game. I mean, that was definitely a booster for me, so I think that definitely got up the whole team, so we got a dub, so I like it.
You should like it. You're a champion. Cody Graham, 17 points in the game, leading all scorers. You and Sean, the only guys in double figures on either team. Sean had 11. You had the 17. Couple of threes. Really the most consistent offensive player you guys had. You didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Only finished 33% for the game, but it was a type of grinded-out affair. You knew you were going to run into one of these type of games sometime during the course of the season. It just so happened it happened in the championship game.
Yeah, it was a tough shooting performance, but everyone stepped up. Christian hit a big 3 to swing the momentum. Sean started off the fourth quarter with big points, and we got it done. We got the W, and it feels good to be a state champ.
Christian, let's talk about last year. I mean, you guys obviously tasted a bitter defeat at the end. Brady kind of took it from you at the end. You had a lead. They came back on you, ended up making a big play at the end. How gratifying is it for you and the rest of this team being able to complete the job this year and win this championship?
It feels great. Definitely better than I ever imagined it would ever feel. And I'm just glad I got to do it with these guys, and especially the guys that came back from last year. And it just feels amazing to be a state champ.
You did a heck of a job on the boards. Second on the team in rebounding behind the big guy, Joey Glynn, had 11. You had 9. And this little guy right here, Romeo, you had 8 rebounds. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's correct. Let's talk about you, because you weren't a part of the team over the last couple of years. You came back, and I thought you fit in nicely, playing the point. Really good job on KJ Maddie tonight. He shot 3 for 20 from the field and 0 for 12 from distance. So talk about being matched up against him.
I love challenges, and I like defense the most, better than offense, whatever. So I just focused on defense and shot whoever I was guarding down. So.
Good job out of you. Joey, you did have 11 points, 7 points, 11 rebounds in this game. You knew that they'd be collapsing on you because they had a size disadvantage going against you. How did you kind of think you handled that?
I could have handled it a lot better. I think they're really physical with me, and these guys did a great job making the shots from outside and getting themselves open so we could get the ball moving and get the right shots in.
All right, guys, I heard you coming down the stairs. You know the chant that's become a tradition with me in the locker rooms with these championship teams when you run the table and go undefeated. It's from one of my favorite basketball movies, Coach Carter, Samuel L. Jackson. Why don't you guys give it up, because you are, in fact, undefeated.
We undefeated. We undefeated. We undefeated. We undefeated.
Jim Mulvey here, witnessing the undefeated dance in the locker room by your Portsmouth Clippers. Congratulations. It was a heck of a year for you guys.
Yeah, it was a great year, and it's great for the kids. They deserve it.
When you think back on last year, how it ended for you, I'm sure it was a rough and long off season, and you probably couldn't wait, for Thanksgiving for practice to actually start. But I know you guys play a lot of off season. But talk about how you guys kind of approached it every single game on your way to this championship today.
Yeah, that was a good thing about this group. They just played every game. I mean, we never looked too far ahead, except the coaches would look at who we might face in the tournament. But last year was tough. I mean, I kind of played it down a little, but it took a long time to get over it personally. But we just said, and as soon as the horn went off, we go, this feels a lot better than last year. So it's just that fine line of 1 or 2 points, and you feel great, and if you don't, you feel like dogs for a long time.
I felt kind of that they were actually fortunate to be still in the game. They did not play well today. I mean, this is probably their worst game of the year, and I'm sure you guys had a lot to do with that. But they were just kind of hanging around, down only 4 at the end of the third quarter. But you guys put on one of those signature Portsmouth runs, really clamped down and outscored them by 10, 18-8 in the fourth.
Yeah, we said at halftime they were 5 for 22 and we were 6 for 22. If you look at our shots, we were happy with like at least 16 or 17 of them. We were getting good looks. They were not getting any good looks. And I think it's a credit to our defense. And on this court, our whole key was just push them out a little further every time. Push them out a little bit further. And it happened that you watched their three-pointers and they were 4, 5, 6 feet beyond the line. And those are tough to make.
I thought a couple of your guys, obviously Cody leading the way with 17. Joey did his thing on the boards, had 7 points. Sean with 11. Sean with a big, huge 3 at the beginning of that fourth quarter.
Yeah, that 3, and then I think he followed it up with that runner. That 5 points felt like it was like 20 in those kind of games. So that was definitely huge. I thought Romeo and Christian gave us an unbelievable effort too. Rome in the first half just made a nice couple plays, simple plays, and Christian, he's just a dog on the boards and works his butt off, and just a great team effort. We got good contribution from our bench too. The freshman Alex really helped us a lot.
Yeah, Tavares got some time. McManus was out there. Edney as well. Those two little guys, Christian, Pete, and Romeo combined for 18 rebounds in this game. Yeah. Christian had 9 and Romeo had 8.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Yeah, Romeo's he got a heart of a lion. I mean, he's a tough kid and great kid.
Have you been asked the question yet? Now you're moving up to Division I next year. You got just about all these guys coming back. Romeo, your only starter who's not coming back, and I think Ryan, the only other guy who's a senior. Your thoughts on maybe making it back-to-back in D1 next year?
We're going to enjoy this, but we're just going to play the same way we've always played for 10 years. It's just play every game on the schedule, one by a time, get better from day one to now. And I think that always is pretty good on our team. I think if you see us day one, you see us at the end, we're better, and we'll have to do that. D1 is going to be a lot more challenge. You don't have any nights off, and we understand that, so it's going to be a lot more work.
Well, it's a nice way to cap off your stay in D2. Congratulations, Coach, on the win, and thanks so much for all the access this year and all the support for nhsportspage.com.
Yeah, and thanks you guys for everything. As you know, the kids absolutely love it, and makes them think they're better than they really are, so it's great.
Thanks, Coach.